What them say? Up to the buzz. I don't know. At the buzz.
You know how we roll.
This is the entertainment buzz.
Further on in the buzz.
What we gonna do right here is go back, way back into time.
Sky, are you? All the respect them eyes so good. Like a flag, hear me now? So bout it, dig it way.
Entertainment buzz are the real thing, man. Sight.
And now, our feature presentation.
Okay, we want to say a very special welcome to the E-Buzz. I'm DJ Bones.
And I'm Kishima Francis. Also want to say big up to those of you who are just simply listening to us on the 107s, or if you're watching us on the internet at irefm.net, we say welcome to another edition of the E-Buzz.
We want to say a special welcome to our friends. We want to give us our what you call social media handle. So follow us on Twitter at IRE_FM, Instagram IREFMJA, or like IREFM on Facebook. We are so turned up.
We are. I mean,
Yes.
we have to say welcome to our internet viewers because it's been a minute since we are in studio. We've been on the road for quite a while. I mean, you're popping.
You are a good-looking girl, but
I don't want to call your shirt pink, but you're popping.
If you can see us on Instagram. Yeah,
on the internet.
Me up, you know.
No, you're looking hot
It's the
tonight.
first time me ever saw up.
Bones, what happened?
Me don't know. Ineffa said to me, say, Ineffa said, Bones, turn up.
And you did that.
Me now turn up my buck.
That's all it took?
That's all.
Well, that's great. That's
Ineffa
really
is
great.
very influential, you know.
And Ineffa, she's our music artist, so we'll be having a chat with her in short order.
Oh, my goodness. Yes,
but want to say big up to our sponsors. Big up to Worthy Park Estate, Rum Bar Rum, Raise the Bar. Thank you for being on board.
You know, we want to say a very special thanks to everyone who's logging on. We want to say special thanks to everyone who's listening. We've been very honored to have great artists, great listeners. Just a great time.
And to add to that, just want to say a big thank you to all the establishments within the vicinity of Otrius that actually hosted us for the entire month of June.
Mongoose.
Yes.
Tracks and Records.
Chrysos.
Oh my goodness. Chrysos. And the Jerk Center.
The Otrius Jerk Center. It was
Kevin,
indeed a fun
big up.
time. And we'll be hitting the road soon.
Again.
Yeah, we have to.
we have
and big
to.
up to, of course, persons who came out to watch the E-Buzz live, and they were a great company. So big up yourselves if you got an opportunity to see us live. We'll be hitting the road again, and who knows, maybe somewhere in your neck of the woods.
Blessed love. Give thanks. You see me a song like Ineffa. Blessed.
All right. Now, before we get to our music artist, or Ineffa, welcome officially to the E-Buzz.
Give thanks and thank you so much for inviting me.
All right. Now, we will get into a hot topic, and this seems to be one of the hottest topics. It has quite a number of people talking. So, artistic creations in local music videos versus the moral compass.
Alkaline!
Are we being hypocritical? So, all this is stemming from the ongoing investigation by law enforcement officials into the music video of Alkaline's After All and Vibes Cartel and Massacre's Infrared. So far, no charges has been laid, but Alkaline, along with his manager and sister Karina Beckford, were questioned yesterday evening in the presence of their attorney by detectives of the Criminal Investigation Branch CIB, and the two have since been released. Now, After All, which was released on May 18, 2017, was directed by J. Will, who has since defended the content of the video, alluding to the DJ's right to creative expression.
Well, it's not a call. National Security Minister Robert Montague says there will be no immediate punishment for the officers involved. However, Mr. Montague explained that actions will be taken following the completion of the investigation. Meanwhile, Vibes Cartel and massacres in Freard as part not only the interest of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, but the Firearms Licensing Authority, which is the FLA. And of course, the FLA took interest in the armored truck guns and bullets featured in the 4-minute music video. New details are that the armored vehicle used in the video are already been located or have been located, while efforts are being made to identify the source of the guns.
And on the phone lines, we have with our Superintendent Stephanie Lindsay, and she's head of the Corporate Communications Unit in the JCF. Stephanie, welcome to the eBuzz.
Thank you very much. Good evening.
Hello, Stephanie.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hope all is well.
So far, so good. You know, I'm tired, but but I'm up to the task.
Well, I want to make you tired. Overworked.
Because there are a set of persons who just decide that they should keep us busy, so we're very, very busy.
Yes.
All right.
Yes,
Now,
yes.
Stephanie, let's kick things off here where a lot of persons are saying, okay, so we have seen music videos before and we have seen, the use of police vehicles, etc. Is there a process that video directors, entertainers, short filmmakers on the local scene that need to go through in order to get these props?
Well, certainly there are regulations that govern how these things are done and how these things are used. So if persons want to come into film, persons filming about all the time, props like guns and so have been used in production. But there is a procedure that they must make applications ahead of time to the minister. If they have to import these things, then all approval must be given prior to that those things coming in, because anything that is brought in must be accounted for at the end of the session, etc. So there are some clear procedures and guidelines that must be followed in carrying out these kind of productions.
One of the things I wanted to ask you in terms of, do you know, I don't want to impede your investigation in any way, but in terms of the videos that are so-called in question or under investigation, were they acquired through the right way? Do you know? In terms
that's why we're having an investigation, because that's what we're trying to prove. We're trying to prove if those things were done and whether or not what we saw were props or they were actual guns. All this, a lot of things we're trying to ascertain in this investigation that's going on.
Stephanie, from Superintendent Stephanie Lindsay, from the videos, what is it that law enforcement finds so offensive that warrants an investigation?
Well, I don't know. So law enforcement is so offensive. We saw a lot of things in there that caught our attention. One of the first things that caught our attention when we looked at the video and the message in the video, and then when we look at the same video, we saw things that pretty much resembles the insignia and property of the JCF. So that caught our attention, because the message in that video and JCF assets really doesn't go hand in hand, because it promotes a lot of violence. If you're looking at it, it shows some things that and persons will always say, it's in the movie all the time and it's everywhere else, but we have to make a determination if whether or not it is in the movie or it is in other production, if that makes it right, and that is the kind of message that we want to use our artistic talents to convey. But there are some couple of things that those are some of the things that jumps out at us, because we want to be sure at first whether what we saw in there, like persons firing guns, high-powered weapons and all, we really want to know if these are actual guns. So that caught our attention.
One of the things I wanted to ask you also, let's say you do your investigation, and all the things that you think happened. What happens next? Meaning the guns are real. The fraudulent behavior, everything that you've been investigating is real. What happens after that?
It's a bit early to say, and of course, we really don't want to preempt what the investigation is going to reveal. We don't even want to go into it with a mindset. We're allowing all the persons who are involved in it, and that is why ACP Elan Powell is leading the investigation. He's allowing the production crew to produce evidence that the things were either graphic design or they were actual. We're giving everybody the opportunity to dispel whatever needs to be dispelled. So at the end of that process, so based on what we find, then we have to examine what we have in terms of material and to see if they are of evidential value, if it's sufficient, that is proven to be something that a case can be made of. So we can't even say what the outcome is going to be. We'll have to complete the investigation first.
Understood. But is this a normal process for law enforcement? For example, I remember when Rihanna came to shoot her music video, and it was about her shooting a man down. And, you know, she was walking in the street. I think she was armed. And, you know, she wailing, I shot a man down. And it happened someplace in Portland. Is this a norm as it relates to law enforcement when videos of such are produced where you see firearms and you see things from this said video that may raise an eyebrow? Is it the same process in terms of investigating and delving a little deeper to ensure that she had perhaps a water gun?
Certainly, because there are procedures. Nobody can come into the country and just do something filmic. If it gets our attention, we look at it regardless, because proper procedures must be followed. We are not going to say that you can't use gun props and all of that in your creative piece, but the proper procedure needs to follow. Given the level of violence and everything that we see, anything that we see looks like violence, and anything we see look like high-powered weapons and things like those being put out there, we are going to want to know what's the source, what is this all about. We want to be sure that these creative acts are not getting involved in illegal gun activities. We want to really clear their name from that. So an investigation doesn't necessarily mean that somebody is going to be held criminally accountable. It could also mean that somebody is going to be vindicated. So that is why investigations are very, very important.
Stephanie, one of the things I wanted to ask you, this is not the only or the first music video that has police characters or vehicles in it. Why this one? Why look at this one? Is it the intensity or what is being presented, why you feel that we need to really investigate this one? Because this is not the first video. Is it?
I don't know if you have seen the video. But
I have.
I don't know if you have seen it.
I have.
But when you look, I don't know if you have seen it. But when you look at the video, as I said at the outset, is that when you see a video and the message in the video, and when you look at it, I mean, as a female member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, it doesn't look right to me, and that's just a personal feeling that I have just looking at the video. And then when you look in the video, you see somebody look like they're in real police clothes, apart from the
other messages are there for that too.
Because even on Career Day, you have the children with real type police uniforms, and when they go out, you're saying, wow, these are mini law enforcement officials, because the uniforms and stuff, costumes, persons replicate under costumes. But what I want to ask you, Miss Lindsay, Superintendent Lindsay, is it that just the entertainers are being investigated, or is it that there is strong emphasis on the law enforcement officials who actually partake in the video without perhaps permission?
It's a twofold investigation. So there's an internal investigation that is being led by Deputy Commissioner Christopher Blake, looking at the internal part of it. That too is ongoing. And then there's the external. So it will all come together. I think maybe at the end of it, if it is even some lessons learned that will come out of it. But we have to start somewhere.
Yes, I agree with that.
We have to start somewhere. So this is a video that came out. And then I guess probably because of the influence of the entertainers and their popularity and their talent and creativity, more people start looking at it. So maybe another act maybe would have done something similar. Nobody even noticed it, because who is going to click on YouTube to look at a video coming from them? But look at the individuals involved. Very popular, very talented individuals with a very big fan base. So their material getting out to law enforcement persons and other persons is multiplied. So it came to us.
Understood.
And we are dealing with it.
Now, if these entertainers are found to be in violation of, is it a situation where they will get a slap on the wrist? What sort of
slap in jail?
What sort of
consequences? To be judged. We are only the investigators who will investigate and produce the findings. If it gets any further, then it turns out to be there's a criminal charge. It's going to go to a tribunal for the judge. So we will just see where we have control over, which is the investigation, and try to wrap it up as quickly as possible and try to do it as comprehensive. It's a very objective investigation.
It is.
We're not casting any judgment just now. We are allowing the process.
And, SSP, one of the things that we want to do is we want to create a balance, and the police have to do what they have to do to protect their reputation. And, of course, there's the other side of it, of the artists who have to do their creative rights also. I mean, it's also okay if I can say I'm going to use SSP Lindsay as a beautiful wife of my friend Gavin, right? Gavin, love you a long time, I never want to tell you still. But that's the point I'm saying. How does that work in terms of striking the balance between you doing your investigations because of what has been showed in the videos, meaning the police, there's a lady police or a lady character in there
costume
who is doing some beautiful
And I can quickly
work.
say that person is not a police officer and not wearing police uniform.
Right. That's what that's what I'm saying.
Right.
It's costume.
But Superintendent,
How does that work? How does that work in terms of striking the balance? Because there is the artist side of it, their right to promote and create, but there's also the law side of it, meaning that the police have to also protect their reputation and look at what is being presented on their side. How do you strike a balance with that?
Well, you strike the balance by looking at everything, being very objective. You're looking at the reputational damage, if any, is done to the force by having that. But at the same time, because sometimes, some of these acts, probably they need guidance. And as I said, coming out of this investigation can very well just be lessons learned. If they were supposed to do a similar production, what could be done differently? Because really and truly, we have to start moving away from material that promotes any notion of violence. Because we see what's happening out there. We talk about the movie industry all the time. And some of the things that we see happening in real life, those behaviors were learned and mimicked based on what they saw in the movie. Even though the movies are not real, they are creative talent. But there are some persons who, they idolize these individuals. They want to be just like them. Whatever thing they do, they believe it is something for us to do, not recognizing that it's acting. So if we can have such creative talent, we want to tell. I know a lot of artists who do great music, great production. I watch them all the time. I have many associate persons I really respect in the industry, and they are very well recognized locally and internationally. They don't do violence, but they are creative nonetheless.
Superintendent, I'm not defending the videos, but I think it is important as individuals that we try to use the same yardstick that we use to measure our local creative elements, the same yardstick we use to measure other international bodies, because at present there is an international actor, Idris Elba, who is doing a movie presently in Jamaica, and
big up Idris.
We don't know what the film will entail, but it would be extremely interesting to see if the finished product mimics anything like what we saw in Alkaline's video or even Massacre's video. But he gets the go ahead because of this, his internationally acclaimed.
We don't. It's not about international or local. It's a procedure.
Okay, that's what I
so
wanted to
there are
get out
provisions
there.
for persons to come in and do things, but there are some proper procedures to be followed. So if they are coming in and they are bringing props which are gun, imitation guns, they have to declare it at customs. They have to go through and register those things as being used.
Okay.
You have to have police, law enforcement persons going there and checking to say, yes, these are what you have in there actually props. At the end of the production, then we have to check off to see that everything that they came with, they take it back with them, or it is destroyed. So it is not that it can't happen. The proper procedure must be followed so as to safeguard the system from what it is not supposed to be. So all of that's very, very important. So we're not saying that you can't do your production.
Understood.
Yeah, so such a procedure is important.
SSP Stephanie Lindsay, I want to thank you so much for making time out of your schedule to talk to us tonight. And of course, we really appreciate you coming on because, we don't really get a big chance to talk to some big shot police like you. You don't know. So we give thanks. And,
all right.
And, and you understand why we had to call you on because, the gravity of what is happening in terms of the videos with the artists. And a lot of people are like, oh, my goodness, what is happening?
And before you go, I would like if you could, for local music video directors, entertainers who are creating videos, and also local movie makers, what are some of the things that they should consider, one? And two, where is this entity that they can go to for example, to get permission to use props, because 90% of movies you have to include police based on the content. So
I agree with that.
So where do you actually go to get the props, and how would you caution entertainers, local film makers in going forward?
All right, I'm not remembering the exact name of the entity, but I know they come under Jam Pro. That you can go and check. There's the Ministry of Entertainment and Culture. So you can always check in with them to find out we are about to do this. What can we do? The police department, we have the operations department that you might need some guidance on something and you're not sure. Reach out and ask questions. But there is an entity that regulates that and give all the guidelines and everything. And where you're going to do things that will require like the use of things that look like weapons and so on, then the police get involved, so you have to, ahead of time, to notify that you'll be filming because you don't want to be on location. And we have had those situations before. You come out with your toy gun or whatever, and you're filming, and persons passing and still see men running up and down on the road with guns. When you go there, they are props. But so we provide the guidance, and if it means that we have to put some of our resources there to protect you and to help you to have a safe shoot, we do that all the time. So it's not like we are trying to kill any talent or anything. What we're trying to ensure that it's about safety, it's about security, it's about doing the right thing. Our Jamaican acts are brand ambassadors, and we want the best of Jamaica to be showcased globally.
One of the things I want any police officer to explain to me, how do you describe a safe shoot?
What did you say? I didn't get that one.
All right. How do you explain to me a very safe shoot?
Bones, you're being bad.
I'm just being bad.
Superintendent Stephanie Lindsay, thank you so much. And thank you for answering all our questions.
Stephanie.
Thank you for not shying away.
Listen, Bridget Mutak come in. No, I don't mean. Rasta. Just work with me now.
All right.
The carrier here for you.
Bones, behave. Mind we have to ask Superintendent Stephanie to page.
Stephanie, lock me up, darling. Lock me up.
I am not.
I'm bringing the handcuff. I work with you to the point where I bring handcuff.
Thank you so much again, Superintendent Stephanie Lindsay, and also thank you for not shying away from the questions that we ask and taking the interview to come forward and be a part of this hot topic discussion. Thanks again.
Thank you, Stephanie.
All right. right.
appreciate
Take
you
care.
so much.
Not a problem at all.
All right. Thank you so much, Stephanie.
All right. So, of course, that was Superintendent Stephanie Lindsay, and she's the head of the Corporate Communications Unit in the JCF. And we were chatting about the hottest topic, artistic creations in local music videos versus the moral compass. Are we being hypocritical? Now, of course, we'll take... do we go for a quick break? And when we come, we have our music artists, and we also have Christopher Martin and D Major.
Christopher Martin has grown an inch.
Stick and stay.
But I'm
Sue
a
forward.
friend. Kingy. Royalty. Blessings.
Me have couple dog, me know that ain't for me. Better say no, better say loyalty. Before you trouble the family, just remember me. I can protect the dog, them member enough for we. The money, the fame, no mean nothing to me. If you are free, when I'm a brother, then you want to free me. After all, dog, you know so we ain't gonna call.
My dog, them a feelings. My dog, them a feelings.
Raise the bar, we run bar. What we do? Raise the rum bar.
Pick up yourself and build up your life. Lift up your spirits and not just survive. Rum bar and a makeup, don't stop. Feel it up, raise the vibe with rum bar, cause my life well up.
You know ordinary, sweeter than cherry. Rum bar in a way on. What we do? Raise the bar, we run bar. What we do? Raise the rum bar. Raise the bar, we run bar. What we do? Raise the rum bar. Raise the rum bar. Kaboom! Kaboom! Irie! Them little fool there try copy them fish. Stop it!
Everybody feel irate when they listen to irate. Everybody love irate.
Yo, Jared, you know the Shreps.
Real life, something man I sing about.
Art of love is the art of love, you know?
Yo, kicking down the door when I go wait till them say next. Feel like Superman with the biggest up on my chest. Yes, I needed hungry, all them days was just a test. Now we're making money, everybody know the Shreps.
Yo, Jared.
Shreps, yeah, you know the Shreps. Me have a house, daddy you up next. Them a try hard to stress, but we know we're blessed. Plus we have history for making, no need no rest.
Yo, Jared.
Shreps, you know the Shreps. You know the Shreps, my G, you know the Shreps. Teamwork, but the dream work, nothing less. So from your good day, if you do your best, I want you to take the corner, all the days in the salon. Shreps are the new thing, listen to the one. Make a lifestyle change, don't tell me you don't wanna go. If you want good, you have to make your nose run on.
Yo,
me know your future can be brighter than the sun.
Yo, Jared.
Welcome back. It's the E-Buzz, and of course, we want to say a very special welcome, if you're just joining us, Christopher Martin, Ineffa, Jennifer, she's here, D Major, you know, so even though the party show, you know, but my friend Kingy, there too. Kingy, bless of herself. Your royalness. If your name Kingy, you're royalty, right? All right.
All
but
right,
guess what?
so-
Ineffa.
Yes. Ineffa is our music artist. And what we do week after week, we provide a platform and we showcase upcoming talent. So Ineffa, welcome again officially to the E-Buzz.
Thank you. Give thanks.
Tell us a little bit about how you got started. I know Bones has been going on and on. Ineffa. But
Ineffa, Jennifer.
You tell us.
Yes.
You tell us.
Yes,
I
flop
don't want
me.
to take his words for
Flop
it.
me, yes.
Well, I started, how would I say I started? I started in the entertainment business, or should I say the hotel business in Montego Bay.
Mm-hmm.
So I did my little thing there. And then I started doing some background vocal in Kingston for different artists.
Mm-hmm.
And I did a 4-year stint with Jimmy Cliff.
Mm-hmm.
And then I decided to do my own little EP. And I'm here.
You know what I like is the way you just downplay everything.
Mm-hmm. Like so modest.
So this is her. I do a little thing at the hotel.
Mm-hmm. A little
And
thing
then
with
after
Jimmy
that,
Cliff.
and then I do a 4-year stint with Jimmy Cliff. I just make that just run off.
Yeah.
And then I'm doing my own thing. Ineffa.
Sitting next to him.
Oh, he's making you nervous.
Oh, I can make you
Ineffa?
nervous?
But listen, I'm just starting as a solo artist. You know,
Yeah.
I know what it takes to
Mhm.
reach there.
I want
So
you
my
to
respects
tell
to
me
those who have done it.
if anyone should ask how would Ineffa, Jennifer, sell yourself in terms of the style of music. If I should say, Ineffa, what kind of music you do? What would you say?
I would say I'm influenced by many different genres,
Okay.
but I maintain that drum and bass sound that's original to us. here
I
in
want to
Jamaica.
hear it.
I don't know.
So
you're gonna play
give
the
us-
drum and the bass, or
No,
you're gonna sing?
give us something a cappella, Ineffa, so our listeners can know why you are our music artist.
Gave me a mic, said it's all right. Tell them about the tree of life. Gave me a stand to help them overstand about the tree of life.
Wow. No, me that.
Prayer bells chant our need for loyalty and affection. Yeah. And being desperate in my search, I ruined my neighbor's name and cast mine adrift upon the waters. Gave me a bass, a harp of ancient days, to feel the rhythm of the tree of life. That's on the new EP.
Hold on,
Yeah.
Ineffa. You have a jazz influence.
Yes.
Is that? Am I right by
You
saying
are
that?
right. My father was a jazz lover. He's from Jonestown, but he loved all genres. But he had a special love for jazz.
Okay.
And Peter Tosh. What a contradiction.
Well,
Not really. Not really.
it
'cause it's,
blends. Yeah.
And I find the reggae and the jazz have that same kind of a beat.
Because we had a band here recently,
Yes.
6 Points, and their singers
Not
are
here.
a bit of Lucky Dube meets Peter Tosh meets Bob Marley with a splash of jazz. That was
Wow.
wicked. Yes. So it does work. Who would you say are some of your influences though?
Nina Simone in terms of the jazz. I like Jacob Miller. He have a vibes about him and has still maintained that culture. Stevie Wonders.
What?
And
Yes.
I would say Bob Marley, to be honest. Yeah.
You worked with a reggae icon, Jimmy Cliff, for 4 years. What was that like? And what made you want to transition to you solo?
When I met Jimmy Cliff, I was just releasing my first single that I did with Benji Myers.
Oh.
Wow, what was that like? He was my teacher. Let's put it that way. He spends a lot of time keeping fit. He is punctual. He is very creative. I just learned so much from him. His style also. And we're also distant cousins.
Oh.
So
You and Jimmy are distant cousins?
yes.
That means you're a bullock? You're a bullock?
So,
No, because let me tell you something. They come from Summerton. Bullock's Pen. That's why I said bullock.
Actually, Springfield, a little further.
All right. One of my closest, if not my best friends, his name is Gareth Bullock. He is the son of Reeve Bullock. When Irie FM had the Jimmy Cliff celebrations, that happened in Summerton. Right?
That's right.
But Bullock's Pen is in Summerton. The Bullocks from Bullock's Pen. I thought they breeded cows, you know. And I say, yeah, Bullock's Pen, you know. No.
all right. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. So,
My grandfather was a
Ineffa.
farmer.
He was.
So
So I wanted you to give me the whole idea of how you and Jimmy are cousins.
you said
Distant.
distant. Yeah. All right. So
It's so distant to the point you don't remember. I say,
no,
go.
but
It's just irrelevant.
All right.
okay.
Let's move on.
So Ineffa, with the background information that you have given us, and you have had some real rich experiences, like working with a Jimmy Cliff. What and now doing your solo career, what would you say you're taking to the industry that is different? Because now we have so many females and a lot more people are doing music, and so many things are much more accessible to industry players. So what would you say you're bringing to the game that will make people stop, notice, take a listen?
I would say the combination of the jazz and the reggae. It's kind of new. Sure. When I first started, it wasn't really accepted. I mean, people expected just the raw reggae from me. I think Sade and people like her helped to open that market, but still that combination of the reggae and jazz was never really pushed here in Jamaica. So I think I'm new on that levels. And then I also inject the Rastafari spirit in my music. Yeah.
All right.
One of the things I wanted to ask you, you have an EP that's out. B-A-S-S-I-C-K.
Yes.
Basic.
Yes, the basic me.
I want you to tell me a little bit about Basic. How did that name come about, and the songs or the production about this EP? You have collaborations. Yeah. Is it just pure Ineffa Jennifer? Tell us more about the EP.
Basic came about through my love for the bass. I tend to have very good relationship with bass players that have lasted over the years.
Big up Taddy P.
Yes. Yes. Big up
Sorry
Taddy
about
P.
that. I just he's the only bass man we know. Yes. Bass brethren.
All right. Ineffa, you continue. Don't let Bones distract.
I'm very distractive. I apologize profusely.
Yes, so I chose 5 of my favorite bass players and co-produced tracks with them. I wrote
Who are your bass players?
My bass players. Andrew Basie Campbell. Benji Myers. There is Carl Peterson. He's an old bass player from Bob Marley days.
Yes.
We have, who I missed? Brian Didier. He's a bass player from out of Canada, very good, from Guyana. And so there's 2 tracks from Carl. Yeah, so that would be the 5 that I've done.
The EP, how would you describe it? Is it just all roots rock? Is it a mixture of your love of jazz and reggae?
Definitely, jazz, reggae.
I feel we should listen to a song.
Do we have that DJ Brian drop something from Ineffa or
Basic?
Nice.
Basic. Watch D major. Watch my boy.
You love me. Gave me a mic.
D major.
Said it's alright. Tell him about the tree of life. Gave me a stand. Help overstand about the tree of life. Prayer bells chant on me for loyalty and affection. And being desperate in my search, I've wrote my neighbor's name. I guess mine adrift upon the waters. Gave us a bass and a harp of ancient days to feel the rhythm of the tree of life. Gave us a drum of wood, skin, and gum to keep us on the one. Now I call us over. He said it's about the budding flower. Meal, coconut, apple, honey. Then he made some tea and gave it to all we. With I and I made 13. Of the family where we rock.
All right, Ineffa, music artist.
I love that.
Yeah, it does have a flavor.
The one that I love, though,
Yeah.
is track 2.
Track 2.
Yeah, man. In and out, up and down.
Step in.
Step in. Play that one. Let me see if we can find it. Tell me what you think of this one. This is the one I love.
This is from Muta.
Rasta. Play number 2.
and down. Many, many roads in this round. Life is a journey, but I won't hurry, no, going in and out, up and down. Send this your eye go round and round. Life is a circle, big up, big up, big up. Baby cries to lullabies when I'm in love. Bitter syrup becomes the finest tea when I'm in love. My sisters, I love you. Brethrens, I got your back. Said be in love.
All right, so that's Ineffa, or music artist. We also have D Major and, of course, Christopher Martin. But D Major, welcome.
Blessing,
Chris,
blessings,
welcome
blessings,
officially as well.
No.
Shreps up.
Yes, sir.
Shreps up.
Chris.
Which Shrep?
Chris.
We know the Shreps.
Can I tell you, can you try to behave yourself?
No.
You're my friend long time, you know. We know you're from, you're rich. No, you're wealthy.
No, it's
you're my
opulent.
friend, you know.
The word is opulent.
The word of the week.
No, opulence.
Opulence.
It's a style of life.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Look at Chris. Look at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm proud of you, son.
I see you now. No.
You're my friend.
You're my friend.
No, you're my brother.
Okay, we could do this back and forth.
No, it don't go on hold that.
Yeah.
You know, do you remember the last time Chris came here? And the same thing, me and him I got say, yo, you're my friend. No, you're my brother, but no, you're my friend. But D Major.
Yes, sir.
I am so proud of you also.
Give thanks
because
for General.
you have been representing
Yes, sir.
the music worldwide.
Yes, sir.
What I'd like for you to do, for our friends who are under a rock, right? What's the latest project that you're promoting now? And what's been happening with D Major across the world, as far as you know it?
Yeah, the latest project is a song on the Skank and Rave rhythm.
Yes, I know that.
Yeah,
yes.
man, I have to big up Frenchie. You know what I'm saying? A different sound for D Major, but you don't know music is expression. So me I say as an artist, you know, we have to express ourselves, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Line draw a certain way, yes, but you don't know when we get the empty canvas with us. You know,
yeah, and on top of that, you don't limit yourself.
No. So these are the dancehall part of
That's
Major,
what I said
you know
to myself.
Yeah, so it's all about the girls. You know, that's the name of the new single now, you know what I'm saying? So
but even when you did One Drop, it was all about the girls.
All about the girls.
The youth.
All about the girls.
And now it's all about the girls. Hardcore.
Yes.
Is that what
all about the girls, you know what I'm saying?
What's the reception that you've been getting?
A lot of people wonder, say, yeah, Major, that song is nice. Who are you do this now? Which collab? Because, you know, the dancehall part, the real singing.
Was it a
DJ
shock?
part. For some people, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Because when I say that, you know, D Major have a dancehall tune, you say, oh.
Yeah, man. Exactly.
What?
Exactly.
And was it a good shock, or was it
no,
like...
man, a pleasant shock, you know. Yeah. It's definitely a pleasant shock. Just like real no real, you know. Some people even come.
That was a shock for me, actually.
Are okay do that song there? You know, but as I say, it's just expressing myself every time. The great Bersa man, big up the Bersa man, aka
Kojo.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Him say youth, every time you go into the studio, I remember it's an experiment. You know, and we just take that and run with it, and that's what we do. You know, when I really limit myself, you know, that's a creative mind all the time, man. And we still a grow, and still a enjoy.
You've had a career of, you know, One Drop, kind of, for a long time.
Yeah. Was
there something that was the catalyst for you to decide to, or you just said, look, I'm gonna do something different?
No. Bones, I don't plan anything. Any collab it happen naturally. You know what I'm saying? I don't plan, all right, man, Chris, I forgot to do a song now, or me, I'm busy, I forgot to do a song now. No, it does happen seamless. It does happen natural. We just probably at the studio.
You know that like you're not a hothead. Sorry about that.
Oh.
Yeah.
You are telling the singer for
I'm a friend that, you know.
You for be able to see.
My friend that, you know. Tell you that.
Yeah, so I just that, you know, I just a vibe, but not the mystical part of the music where we can't really explain, you know.
Right,
but it does something seamless, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I sit down and I listen back some songs and I'm like, wow, that's what they really are made. You know what I'm saying? So that's the mystic.
You know? What actually took you to this level, to this stage? You know how sometimes individuals, they will have to have an epiphany, or you go through something, or you come to a realization. I know you made mention of Beres Hammond, who said, just be free. And as the listener of the music, sometimes you can hear when an artist is relaxed and when they're free, and the words, the sounds, everything just flow.
Yeah. That's growth. And as I said, it's just continuous experimenting and just, owning the craft. It's just growth. It's just that's that. And as I say, it was a serious word. You have to be comfortable with doing certain things, and that's time. Because even from I know myself, I'm bridging them, some of my dancehall bridging them, some of what we call DJ. We are co-write songs, but we never necessarily go the route there yet. But that's time, man.
But once you do it live, I want you to.
Of course, we're ready, man. Running the rhythm, man. Old school, anything, man.
One of the problems.
What you say?
One
of the problems me have with D Major
is
that if I was trying to get a girl, it lasts. Because when D Major in workout, but
was nobody not stopping you from working?
I work out, but it's just that I do this.
Yeah, all right, my friend.
I do this.
No, but when initially when you look at D Major, you're thinking, okay, so he's an artist, and if they don't know what you're coming with, they may think you're coming hardcore, and then you go warm and easy.
Don't it?
Anything, all right. Man. Watch this now. Sure. Get it ready, mute.
Yeah. All right. Irie FM. Yo. Then we go so turn it up. Turn
up the rhythm, mute.
I'm Mr. Real boy. Real boy. Boom. So tell the artificial them disappear like vapor. No, so them a carbon paper. Bones I tell them, hey, real boy. Yeah. Real boy. Represent for every youth now for the girls them. Said me and my baby, we have our problems. Whoa, we always work them out. Yes. Always, and disagreements. We know how to solve them. Yes, that's what love's. Give it, Chubsy. Yo, I'm say your girl, my girl, mine. Pants to a skirt, yes, I saw the thing design on me set. Certain things, we not gonna shine, so don't disturb whenever you say we and we girlfriend are recline. Hey, yes, our girls always the power mind. Straight like a laser beam, we not intertwine. And me say, stretch marks, cellulite, them refine. Where there is girls, that's how you will find. Telling you, girl, it's not take no holiday. Ease.
No, sir.
Warm and easy.
No, sir. D Major.
Warming up.
If anybody say you're a minor, they're a thief and liar. You're a major.
They are full of lyrics truck, lyrics bank.
No, can I be honest with you, D Major? If I should start singing and writing, you and Chris are that dead for younger.
We don't want
I don't want to do that.
Dead for younger.
Right.
Artists must live.
Yeah. We don't want that.
We also
from doing that.
We thank you. We thank you.
Yeah.
You need to thank me.
On behalf
As a matter of fact, you need to pay me too.
On behalf of the music industry board, I want to thank you.
And pay Kishima too.
Yes.
Because to tell you the truth, as she said to me, don't do it.
Thank you very much.
Do it.
Beautiful Kishima. Thank you so much, my darling. Can't afford for that.
We also have Christopher Martin. Chris, we see that you're doing lots of things. You've been stressing up a bit.
Yeah,
Chris,
the Shreps.
Chris, we like to watch. Nice.
Give thanks, my brother.
Man. You never there last time.
No, Chris, what I actually like, what I like is your video for Magic.
Thank you so much.
That's a great video.
I especially like the twist. No. Yes. Talk to us about the making of this video and how instrumental and involved were you?
To be very honest with you, big up to RD Studios, big up to Ruption. I was on tour. I came home for a couple days, and then I only had time to do a studio shot. So I did the studio parts, and then Ruption just did the rest. And got an actor. Or got actors and actresses
and you know they just did what they did. So I wasn't very hands-on as it relates to magic, as much as I love to be. You understand?
It
as
was
relates to my
brilliant.
different, yeah, man. It was a wonderful. It came out.
And you
awesome.
never have to be so honest about it either.
No, man.
Because you could have just said, I do everything, you know.
Yeah, yeah, but you see, when you don't do everything, it
does
flows
work.
even nicer. And then if I was supposed to do another interview, you know, and then you have
If
fans who
forget,
listen to everything.
yeah.
The truth is so easy to remember.
I never that
because
exactly.
it's right there.
Not true,
You
D.
understand?
Yeah,
So it's not like I
yeah.
give a story here and I give another story, and then you have people who really listen to you. They're
Yes.
like, but John no singer, I never that to say the last time. No. You know?
But how did the track Magic come
Yeah.
about? Because first you're a big deal, now you got the magic, and
Yeah.
you're
He-
Schwepping up the
Schweppes.
thing.
Yeah,
He
no,
will
Schweppes
never
there
stop.
right now.
Yes.
Can I tell you something? My Thursday morning show,
Tell me, my friend.
Big Deal,
True.
is the most requested song.
Yes.
Right through.
I've heard that for many programs, but you see, based on the fact that you just told us that, you know, you're giving us a chance to eat.
Yes.
Understand? And to be fruitful.
And not necessarily a big
I
deal.
Not only
appreciate
that,
that. I
I gave-
appreciate that. So listen.
I'm promoting a buffet for you.
I appreciate that.
Right.
I appreciate that. So listen, based on the fact that for your program, you know what I mean, that song, you know,
Chris,
I
it's
appreciate
It's a
it.
big deal.
Yeah, trust me. Trust me.
I
It
think
definitely
you
is a big
almost
deal,
went
man.
bucket.
Jeez, and
bucket.
peas.
You know,
Well,
you
you know
go-
a bucket is like 7 big deals.
It's just about
You understand? Multiple big deals. You
Yeah,
understand?
yeah,
You
the
understand?
match, the year, the match,
You
the
see that
brother.
now?
You,
You see
Boys
that?
don't know what going on.
You know the Schweppes.
you look here. Cue the king is like, yeah, man, promote him.
No, but you were telling us about magic.
Yeah, man.
Yes, how that go?
The song come about.
Magic. I just had this. You know, it's like weird how I do music.
Yeah.
Magic came about the same way like Cheetah Spirit came about. I didn't get a rhythm or anything. I didn't have an instrumental. I was just in the shower singing. And when I'm in the shower, I sing a lot of different things. But just I sing.
I sing in the shower too, but it's
Yeah.
very off
Yeah.
key.
You understand?
Yes.
I
But I'm proud.
cannot be quiet. You understand?
Yeah.
I have to either, there are two things I have to be doing. I have to be listening to music. You know, and when I love a song, anytime I shower, the entire house know, because I listen to that specific song all the time.
Right.
Once I love a
Right,
song,
right.
you understand?
Yeah.
Until another song comes where that's my shower song. You understand? So when I'm there, I just singing. Either I'm singing with that song, or I'm just singing, and you know, and that song just came about. You know, the first thing, I see that your hair's well done. Don't tell. I mean, I mean like that. I like that. May I guess my own
Be
self?
yourself.
Yeah.
You understand?
You know, so
Yes.
Kishima got bumps. You sing that
Oh,
a while ago.
stop.
Sing that again.
No, Kishima is
You
my
use
lady.
Kishima, the baby self, baby self, baby self,
Chris,
baby,
continue.
baby.
Don't let.
I'm
look,
trying to calm you down, baby.
Bones will
Calm down, baby.
Bones will
Calm down.
distract you the
Look here,
entire
He's
interview.
not Saint Martin, he's Chris Martin.
Okay.
He's
You know?
not a
Alright,
country, he's a person. All right, calm down. All right, there you go, darling. All right,
All
all
right.
right.
So Chris, you're
All right.
telling
Yes,
us.
Yeah,
Chris,
man.
go ahead.
So you know, and then you know we got the musicians, you know, and then from there, you know, the rest is history. It's like we don't
Yeah.
even have to have the entire song. If we have 2 lines and we have a lead up to like a hook, that's a song. Trust me. The rest of the creative process is like, I feel like it takes the years that I've been in the business honing my craft. I feel like, you know, once we have like either a topic or we have like a melody, the rest is history.
You know, one of the things I wanted to ask you, Chris, did you ever think that you would get to where you are now? I mean, we know when you started out, and you really, I mean, not lie you, and me not just big up because you're my friend, and if me start singing, you're dead for hungry. But did you ever think that you would get to where you are in terms of the way people love you, demand your service?
Sure.
And just you know, I've seen where I've been at events and people say to me, say, Bones, it look like you know Chris Martin, you know. And I say no, because you are gonna kill my shine.
No,
So
I would
me tell-
never
me
do
go and
that.
like me no
I
know
would
you.
never do that.
I trouble. But did you think that it would? Did you think it would really get to this level?
You see, to be very honest with you, from Drum Street,
Yeah.
I feel like music, well, I won't say that's the music industry, but music
Yeah.
as it relates to singing,
Yes.
I always felt like I had the expertise and the gravitas to be successful.
No, you say big word. That's so bright. what name gravitas, sir?
Seriousness, man.
Oh, all right.
You understand?
Oh,
I felt like I had all those qualities. Understand? And I felt like, based on how I grew up and knowing the struggles that my parents went through with me, I felt like the Almighty blessed me with this gift to not sit one side and be idle. You understand?
Yes.
So once this opportunity presented itself to me, you know the works. I won the competition, and
you never go hard. You went concrete.
You understand?
You really went hard. Yeah.
Your growth is evident. It is evident in terms of the music that you produce. You can see Christopher Martin then. No, you're more relaxed. It's almost like it's coming out effortlessly. And I was exceptionally proud of you at Best of the Best in Miami recently, because I left the show thinking Christopher Martin and Spice for the females. How was that preparation for that event? Because you were smooth like ever. I mean, you went on, you took control, and you literally had people eating out of your hands. You were...
You don't want long me try make people eat out of me hand. And you just do it one time.
I see that Shreps there right now, to be very honest with you.
Yes.
I was on the road from like March.
Yes.
You know, and Major joined me on the road in like April. So we were on tour, you know, and that was the final show of the tour.
Okay.
So it's like, as Major said, it was like a well-oiled machine. You know, we went on that stage with such belief in what we had to offer to the people. You know, it just flowed. It just flowed. I just felt like, for me, you see, when you walk out on a stage and it's like you can hear the acceptance and you can hear that people but I know that people who are in this crowd who came to hear Christopher Martin. It's like you get that from your walk on the stage. And from I went out on the very first note I belt out, I said, my folks them here. I'm ready for music.
You knew it.
Yeah, and then after that, everything just comes easy. Everything else
because
came
you
easy.
were. The funny thing is, as an artist, you have to realize that patrons can smell fear. If you walk up and you're timid and you don't have that.
I smell fear. Let's leave.
Stop sniffing me. And you don't have that confidence. Already you would have defeated yourself.
You're half defeated in the race,
so,
man.
Yeah.
And then, to be honest with you now, Kishima, here we're going on. This virgin is my brother.
I'm a virgin.
You understand? This is my
Is
brother.
your rich virgin?
My very rich.
Very rich.
Trust me.
Yeah, man.
You understand? So it's
take
like
off the Rolex.
the music, opulence.
Opulent life.
You
That's
understand?
what you live.
So it's like whenever like we're gearing up for a performance, it's like we done gas up already. You know, we don't take drugs.
Yeah.
A natural high.
We don't use nothing to get to
you
that level.
love your business because of what you do.
Vibes up, talk foolishness. We catch a little vibes from something we go on either at the show or wherever we are, and we just milk it till a time. Either somebody talk funny and talk a weird way around me. And the funniest thing too, we just have talks for the whole time. You understand? So we get gassed up of simple things. You understand?
How important is it to have your squad with you when you go to these events? Because sometimes if you just have like an entourage where it's just we are make up numbers versus
no. Like, to be very honest, and you know this, Kishima, Bones can attest to this as well.
Yes, yeah.
I don't have an entourage. Like
Chris walk with 3 people.
Most of the time, most of the time, you see me, it's like me. The most in my is 5 of us.
My dream.
I know that.
And these are all people who are musical.
Integral.
You understand what I'm saying?
Performance.
Yeah. So at the end of the day,
true.
I don't really need a ton load of people around me for me to feel. You understand what I'm saying?
You know,
it's just the natural high, man.
One of the things that I'm very proud of is that the synergy between you and my brethren Kingy. You know,
I'm a G, man.
You know, Kingy has been with you for a long time.
A long time.
I do believe that we should have a buzz on Kingy alone.
You can't give him that Shreps there.
Kingy, you know what Kingy was saying to me? Bones, no bother with the foolishness. But
you can't give him that Shreps there.
I really believe that we should, because he has been he is what you call a manager extraordinaire. Call Kingy and say you want to book Chris Martin. King is going to be, well, Here's how it's going to go now.
Yeah.
I need to know. I need to know the size venue, how much people you expect, what time will he be going on, and him when him break it down, you know, you have a headache and say, look at her, how much Chris charge? Me just pay. Me can't bother with your.
But that's just how
that is necessary in today's business, though, Bones.
Awesome.
You need somebody with real sensibility.
We need to give.
Do you have management, D Major?
Yes.
See them on.
Let me know.
I see up with them on. That's why I'm there.
Kingy, come here, Kingy. Come up, Kingy. Kingy, come up. Step up. We really should say big ups to Kingy. Kingy, respect, my brother.
Good youth, man.
Thank you, Troublemaker
Yeah,
Bones.
You don't know.
Years now you get trouble.
You know, some of me know you did ballad. What happened? I don't know how, but yo,
see my part of man here for sure.
I am so proud of what you've done with Chris. Chris, D Major, are there any other acts that you have that you're working with?
Well, no, we are keep the focus, you know. So
all right.
D Major, you know, from day one.
No, from long time.
Always been there supporting and, you know, keep the focus.
And I want...
how important is it to have acts that you can talk to and acts that will listen versus being a manager for somebody who you don't know how to say something to them or how they will perceive what is being said? How important is it to have acts that you can actually communicate freely with?
Nah, man, that's very, very, very important, man. If you don't have an act where you can talk to and say, boy, we're going to move at this time and I'm on time, you're going to have a problem. Probably won't reach us tonight. Would I reach late?
Well, in all.
To be honest,
upset.
Well, you guys are not so early.
I am happy you struck that chord.
that was NWA fun.
But, you know, Kingy, I want to big you up because you have been...
Can't big you down.
No, youth. We don't. Youth. Easy yourself, you know. Yo, you think you're a big deal? You may downgrade to a meal deal. Youth. But... You know, I want to big up Kingy. I had to call up Kingy because Kingy has been so dedicated to the career of Chris and, of course, the career of D Major.
Yes.
So, you know, this is, you know, what we should do, Kishima, one day is just do a manager's respect.
At the general, man.
A manager's buzz.
Yeah, a manager's buzz where, you know. Yeah.
Manager's respect, you just get a manager's
I think that's
check.
something. And Kingy, you inspired that.
Thank you, sir.
If
Bones.
you feel like you want to license it, don't.
Bones and Kishima, thank you, man. I really appreciate the support over the years.
Respect
man. All right, big up.
in every aspect, sir.
No, D Major, like you and Chris are a part of the same crew.
Yes.
How is it? Because sometimes, you know, like Chris is on tour, and if you're not on tour, if you're on tour and Chris is not on tour, how does it work?
Yeah,
Do you
how does that
normally
work
go
out?
as is it like a combo, a big deal? I mean, how does it work?
Or is a bucket
it's
deal?
definitely a big deal still, but you don't know. Major has his stuff and I have my stuff. You understand? But whenever time persists, you know, our time allows it.
You can
understand?
you can
So
do
we
it.
do that. Definitely. At the end of the day, man, I feel like it even stronger whenever time like Major have something to do and I'm able to be there. You know, the vibe is even nicer. Because at the end of the day, what I love to do is like when Major perform at some point, I'm just beg him up. I say, calm me up. You know, like, you understand? That's why I run on.
You can't tell me that, but me not believe that.
No, because the vibes just so electric. Believe you me, when the strips get real nice, you just really want to be a part of it. A lot of people like a promoter will call now and say, here what? Major, here what going on? Don't know my booking everything, but bring in the singer now and make him sing.
Trust me.
At that point in time, where I said, Major, are you in booking? You know the thing already.
Yeah.
No, but you see, when we do travel with a friend, I realize how sweet it might deal with the place. Where I said, here what?
They get
Just give
peace.
it
You know, Chris?
You understand? That's how it goes, man.
Ineffa is here.
True.
And we want to bless you up, Ineffa. Because obviously, they don't realize the power that you pull with your... Are you me talk about it now? And if I look at me like,
Just power pull. Wow.
How long have you been in the music industry? Can you remember?
She give me 4 years with Jimmy. Then
4 years?
Yo,
4 years with Jimmy.
She got 4 years with Jimmy, right?
Right.
About
then
5 on
then
the North
then
Coast.
Then she said she go about 3 to 5 on the North Coast.
She's doing and she's doing a solo career.
2 to 3. With the background vocals.
Ineffa.
I'm going about one cool 12.
Ineffa.
About one cool 12 I gear right now.
Ineffa.
12.
It's true.
So do you think that can I
prize me, no man?
No, look here.
You're
prize me.
You move like a real mathematician tonight.
Can I believe that tonight I will get a collaboration from Ineffa,
Yes.
Jennifer. It's Ineffa, Jennifer, you know, two names.
Christopher Martin.
Christopher
D major.
Martin and D major.
Wow.
Give me a rhythm mute.
Big collab.
Drop something.
Drop
it.
Look here, no, Ineffa.
Bones, I think you should intro it.
Sure.
With the jazz influence, I'm very proud to present from the second city of Montego Bay. Also, my brother, Christopher Martin, out of the first city of Kingston. Big up my brethren, D Major. He says he's a major, but he's not in the army.
Yeah.
Sure.
Big up my brethren, Kingy. He is royalty,
Yeah,
but he will never sing a note. Ineffa.
Remember when we were together? Those were the happiest times in all my life.
Talk to me, baby.
And now we separated.
Why you do me that?
Oh, I don't know what I will do, 'cause I can't ever love another.
You can't get over me.
No matter how I try.
Stop trying.
'Cause I know it's impossible.
Sure.
Yeah.
You hear them jazz style, eh?
Chris.
Impossible is the impossibilities. Treading from Mobay to Kingston, that's 2 different cities.
Sure.
Lord have mercy.
Ease.
But listen up, Ineffa. If you ever give away the love in me and y'all go war. Me and y'all go war. And if I ever see you in that the money man care, Lord.
Sure.
Me and y'all go war.
Yeah.
You should know that you belong to me. Your love is mine eternally. Oh God, don't you give me no bun. Come and give you none.
Sure.
Sing my major.
Hey, sure. Since you've been away, I've been down and lonely.
Pull up, easy. No, listen. How comes you come to that to us after we go?
No, but when this rhythm play,
all right.
Freestyle
Shreps.
Freestyle.
Your voice nice enough, but ain't no match for them love story.
Freestyle Shreps.
So now, I tell them so. Me, love to see the girl, them not so wiggle and no temp. Me some more we spend for all the girl, them till it's empty. This one on a short sprint, we give it to them lengthy. Girl, them call me major at the century. Them want a man for win them, spin them juice and gin them evidently. We now follow back on a man with the fit woman permanently. Get ready again, this are the major to the. And then we go say, hey, I miss say girl, them love we flow on every pattern that we floss. In our style, them a drown and them a lost. Never hear this, my girls coming with done it with no remorse. And if I eat that, ever then hear me tall up on the fifth pass. Right. Wind up your body, yeah, me girl. Wanna do it? Sure.
Bones, your turn.
Right now, it's late. We're gonna take a little break.
Yeah.
Rasta man on yam pork with yam steak.
Alright.
And
we
for
have
dessert,
a sexy plate.
Ease.
And for dessert,
move up.
Ham cake.
Van cake.
Bones.
It's impossible.
Kishima, give me a ready.
Stick and stay. Too forward.
White heat and red.
Raise the bar, we rumba. Raise the rumba.
Pick up yourself and build up your life. Lift up your spirits and not just survive. From marina makeup, don't stop, feel it up. Raise the vibe with rumba, cause my life well up.
You're not ordinary, sweeter than cherry. Rumba, we know beyond what we do. Raise the bar, we rumba. What we do? Raise the rumba. Raise the bar, we rumba. What we do? Raise the rumba. Raise the rumba.
Everybody feel irate when they listen to irate. Everybody love irate.
Hey yo, Chris, bring your money in our pocket and girl upon the list.
Set it up.
Set it up. We can't miss.
When we touch it, was up no flash. 18 pull up on the ass of them a flash. Push to the boom, pocket full of cash. When the girl them see we all of them a scream. Black cats never fire dash. Them on the paper chases like 100-meter dash. Step up on the stage because the works them a fee bash. Click, 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 click. And so the cameras are flash. Daddy, 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 da. 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 Me and my friends are with step in, step in, step in. You know we and the ladies with it. Step in, step in, step in. I said the big yard crew will be step in, step in, step in. You know a big deal business when it's step in, everything locked in.
Do you the thing goes so whoosh, whoosh? Benz just pass in a dark glass, music a blast. Enough girls want have me feed them breakfast. And a second and third is a first class. Bad mind and haters get them harassed. Stepping at the future, some living at the past. When we are step, we crush the snake and at the grass. Chris Martin, sing a book your fast.
Step in, step in, step in. You know we and the ladies too. Step in, step in, step in. Your crew and mine too will be step in, step in, step in. You know a big deal business will be step in, everything locked in. Can you hear me?
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, it's the E-Buzz. And
True.
I'm telling you, tonight is awesome.
We must say
Ineffa.
big up our sponsor though. Big up to Worthy Park Estate, Rum Bar Rum, raise the bar.
Raise the bar.
Right.
Yo,
No.
Christopher Martin, I big up yourself. You know what I say? It's a big deal. And big up, hey, by the way, why you, D something, Major. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? It's not a minor.
Never.
Big up yourself. And big up my brethren, the
Opulent
brethren
boss.
who say monarchy. King, big up yourself.
No, Chris, you have quite a bit of singles out, but
Yeah,
what
man,
exactly are you promoting?
You've been doing well. What's
What's
been
going?
happening?
Kicking on the door, we not go wait till them say next.
Shrips.
Feel like Superman with a big ass up on my chest.
Right.
Days when we don't agree, them days was just a test. Can't know we're making money, everybody know the Shreps. Yeah, you know the Shreps. No, you really couldn't go in the music business.
No, that's
I give
too
you
much.
one chance to beat the drum right here, and you're off.
Yeah, for remember, you don't
You
want
gotta
to
maintain.
You are the only artist that sing off beat.
I appreciate that. I can live with that. But
Sit there, get a beat though.
You know the Shreps is one of those songs that, you know what I mean, right now? Yeah, man.
It's great.
Everybody wants to know what's the Shreps. You understand?
No, it's a great song.
You understand? And you know, I did that song based on the fact that, you know, the world don't know, so I lost a very close friend of mine. Yeah. You know what I mean? Big up the A-team every time.
Yeah, that's
anyway,
true.
everybody, you don't know that Ricardo, Baby Gardner, Billy Z, Pepe. You don't know.
Yeah.
A-team large and in charge, you see, and you don't know the thing already. It's a group of us that always par out, and we lost a member. We lost a very close friend, Jeremy and Mason. You know, so everywhere we were, we always talking about the Shreps, you understand?
Yeah.
So, you know, like I always have to tell people, with Jer now, he always used to love talk to me about music.
Right.
And him, like one thing I will never forget is like him always cuss me, must say, singer, look how I beg you for voice on the Kurt Riley rhythm.
Right.
Like I will never forget. You understand? And then now, before he would say, yo, singer, if you do a song named Shreps, you know, I could do it now, man. And then, you know, it's like, you never got to see. So it's like, you know, after it happened, say, you know, we can't delay no more. We just do it and just do it to the best of our ability. And, you know, it's
Everybody
working
will check
right
you
now.
with everybody will check you with him. That's Vice.
Vice who?
Vice, that's
A-
Vice.
Anybody check with him?
He'll check you with him.
Not really.
No.
What do you look for? What do you look for before you?
What do you
before
look
actually
for in a
compose?
rhythm? Meaning that it fits your standard.
You know when you hear boom rhythm, man. You know when you hear a rhythm and it have the
It
shrubs.
it reach you.
You know when a rhythm have the shrubs in it. It's like you can't stay. Like if a rhythm was supposed to be played in this room right now, everybody would move differently. We're all built differently. We all interpret music differently. So for me, you know, when I hear a rhythm, and me and Major can say this a boom. You know a boom.
I was giving Brian an opportunity to play a rhythm and see if
it's a
would have been a boom.
If it's a boom.
It
Brian,
grab you, man. You know when something is
Brian.
infectious, you know.
Mhm.
You know, we call
No,
it
you
like an
can tell,
earworm.
yeah.
You understand? It
Just
stays
like how
with
you don't need to listen to a track in its entirety.
No, you
to
know,
know
it
if
just
it-
grabs
if
you
it's
from
a hit
start.
Yeah, man,
or
it grab
if
you
it makes
from the
sense.
beginning, man.
Yeah.
You understand? And I feel like, you know,
me have
once...
no fun in rhythm there, but me not hype. Yeah.
A lot of things
I appreciate that.
I don't want hype.
No, D major.
I don't want you changing.
I tell you, time
I
is
do
going
this
and
for you, Chris.
we want to open the phone lines and give our listeners Bones Behave an
No, let me
opportunity.
feel my friend. I don't want to dead feel
An
great.
opportunity
Yes,
to interact with
You
D
really want
Major,
Richard?
Christopher Martin, and
Yes.
of course our music artist Ineffa.
Ineffa Jennifer.
The numbers
The
to
boss.
call are 974-5051
974-5043.
or 974-5079. So we're taking your questions,
Yes.
comments, or big ups.
Yeah, man.
Do you have any tours in the pipeline? Any EP?
I do.
Album?
I won't lie to you. I'm going to be leaving the island. Sorry.
Oh,
I don't
not
mean.
you.
Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry, Kingy.
D Major, Christopher Martin.
Yes.
Yeah, man, we go to Europe. Right after Sumfest.
Mhm.
You know, and that leads up to end of August. And then on September 1st. On September 1st, I'll be doing the treat that I've been doing in my community in
for a while
Belfast.
now.
Yeah, man, you know,
Yeah,
so this year will be bigger and better, you understand? So, so leading right after the Europe tour, come back, we have a show that we're going to be doing for Pepsi.
Hey,
Yeah.
Chris, can you do this for me?
Tell me.
Just say, welcome, caller, Buzz.
We're going to buzz you in, caller. Welcome to the buzz. Look at that. What go on, my general?
Yeah, man, you don't know Christopher Martin for Rising Star, you know?
Love and honor, my general. Enough respect, man.
Apart.
True. Enough respect.
No war, we like to deal with the princess too. That's what I say.
Give thanks, man. Enough respect, man.
Yeah, man, just go and be same way that I'm more positive to say, no, man.
No, man, we're not going to change, man. We will never change. Never separate.
Exactly.
Positivity is the way to go, you know?
Yeah, man, righteousness. That's what I say.
All right, my general.
Big up the
Blessings.
boss.
Yeah, man. Blaze it these days, boy.
Respect, you know, D Major, Ineffa is here. Kishim.
Yeah, man, what go on, the major?
Bless up, my general.
Yeah,
There,
man,
we
you
there.
don't know our music never change, that's what I say.
Never cease. Yeah.
Yeah, go on, do your thing, the major, that's what I say.
Respect,
You got
my
to real
general.
them, boy, that's what I say.
Every time, yeah.
Respect.
They're real, they're not real, boy, you see.
See him way.
See it there.
Yeah, boy, and positive music can't do that. I just go out living nation same here.
Oneness, my brother.
Yeah, man, princess.
Ineffa.
Yes, blessed my brother.
Yeah, man, I had to blaze make you burn it.
I will give thanks.
Yeah, man, I'm
Every
music to
time.
do, so that's it.
Yeah, every time.
Yeah, man,
brother.
I will like the melody always, so that's it.
Well, I give thanks. For real.
Yeah, man, just go on the positive same here.
Give thanks.
Yeah, man, blaze it, princess.
All right.
Yeah, boy. You see, man.
Yeah, man, big
Yeah,
up.
man.
Give thanks for calling.
Yeah, man, whoa.
Whoa! Respect.
All right, thanks for calling. Yeah.
Yeah, man, regular.
D Major, you didn't get to tell us what exactly you're promoting and where we can see you.
Yeah, it's all about the girls right now. The
I would hope so.
Yeah,
The song is called
all about the girls. The Live It Up video is out as
I
well.
thought it was his old persona.
No, always.
Yeah,
That
always.
never changed.
That's what I've known him
That
for.
never changed, you understand?
Yes.
Yeah, man. And
Yeah.
do remember that the Live It Up video is out. You know, big up to Downtown Records, you know what I'm saying? And we're just recording right now. We're just recording, you know. It's all about getting even more material, you know what I'm saying? Really excited and I really feel like I'm on a roll creatively right now. You know, love how the session's going. So just stay tuned. You don't know. Big up Friends Real too, for real.
Yeah,
you know
Friends.
what I'm
They were
saying?
here a few weeks
Big
ago.
them up, big them up, big them up.
It really
Some real youth where really love the
really
music.
bold, yeah.
No, some youth that really love music. Like,
but D Major, it feel good, not true, in terms of the way that the music is going, especially with you.
Progress is nice, you know.
It's lovely.
Progress is in
the other day, I sit down and reflect, and I just
Yes.
enjoying the journey. You know, it's a blessing, and even as I said earlier, it's a blessing to be treading with people. You know, like family.
Yes.
You know, when I take that for granted, you know what I'm saying, as Chris said, we are like brother, you know what I'm saying. See King Edeto is our next brother, and it's not like, you know, the boss business, or, you know what I'm saying. It's a family atmosphere, you know.
You know, people may think say me just biased, but I have to really big up Kingy.
Yeah, man, it's a
because
blessing.
Kingy is a virgin where he's a man who does him not really watch no face.
No.
He just make sure the results happen. And you know, as I should make Kingy introduce a caller, but he might drink water, so allow him. So D Major, introduce this caller.
Blessed, welcome caller, welcome forward. They
Yes,
don't know.
Major.
Every time.
Good evening, brother.
Blessed
Chris,
evening.
big up yourself, you.
Blessings,
and
my general.
Female inside the studio, big up.
Ineffa.
Respect everything.
Respect.
Family, you know.
Respect.
Yes, I.
Well, you know, I'm here listening to you people still, and trust me, just call to encourage Chris, you know. Good youth, and continue the good music, youth. D Major, big up yourself, you're a good youth. And you make me know Robert Livingston, and you make me know on a big yard and Randy.
Big man
Big up
thing.
yourself, you.
Big man.
School tour.
Respect, my general. Yeah, man, respect.
I love that youth, so. One lawyer, the bones.
Blessed.
Respect
Big
your
up yourself, youth. I wish I'm be we not change.
Yeah,
Appreciate
if
it.
you change from my baby.
No, respect my general.
Kashima, big up yourself, a flower.
All right, big up yourself, Flower.
Big up
Yeah,
flower.
man. But me a
Blessings, my
corn
general.
flour. A corn flour youth. Me not deal with the gluten youth.
All right, Jennifer, Ineffa, where can we see you perform next?
Jennifer's like,
What does your itinerary look like?
I have a show coming up in August in Toronto, Rasta Fest. So I'll be performing on that to help
Awesome.
promote the EP. Yeah.
Where can we see you perform, Chris and D Major?
Well, you know, tonight when I reach Rock the Kings, I'll go on the Pasta Fest. You know?
Because you really eat pasta for sure.
Of course, sometime.
Well, because you know you work out. So.
No, man, here I go on now.
Yes.
The Almighty bless me, and plus my father, you know, the genes. Trust me.
What you have, Levi's? A jeans you talk about in a youth.
Trust me. Them jeans, trust me, I can't buy them at store.
I can't, yeah.
But you know, for a few years now, I haven't really had a chance to perform in Jamaica as much. But, you know, like, I'm really looking forward to Sumfest, you know. And I remember something last year with Sumfest. Like, I was listening to you guys on the radio. And then, like...
It was a bad night for me.
No, man. And then, like... Kishima was like, they were saying, so Kishima, who are you looking forward to seeing? And she said, well, I really feel like Chris is gonna do a very good job. And you called a few other names, and I said, Kingy, you hear that? We can't go laugh with them. You understand? And it's like, for me, big stages in Jamaica, when I get the opportunity to perform on them, it's like I just want to show the people what I've learned based on the fact that they've not seen me perform for a while. You understand? So Sumfest, I'm really looking forward to it. Really looking forward. It's gonna be nice, man. It's gonna be awesome. Trust me. You understand? Last year was awesome.
And I think Ineffa should bring on this next caller.
Trust me.
Ineffa.
Yes, caller, come in.
I saw you
radical.
I saw you do it.
Forward caller.
The caller gone.
Caller doesn't even know.
Caller's like, huh? I mean, what?
Come in, caller.
Come in, caller. Welcome, caller. Buzz through.
Buzz out.
Buzz.
I don't know. I guess
That's right.
Come in. Come in was a bit too strong, I guess.
Step forth.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
All right, we got 4 minutes to go. It was absolutely a fun program.
Great.
I've laughed really hard. Bones, you have to contain yourself.
After minute upon container Wednesdays. But you know, easy. But you know what? I want to
any
big up.
parting or uplifting words before you go? No
Yes.
big ups. Not for you, Bones.
Because
You
I
can
love
do
to
your
do my big ups.
Do your big ups next week. D
Next
Major,
week.
Please.
Christopher Martin.
D Major, Chris Samam,
Ineffa
and Ineffa Jennifer. let the beautiful lady go first.
Yes.
All right. I'd like to big up, first of all, my family.
Yes.
Very, very important. There's many people I'd like to big up, but I'm going to say the people who are the main force behind my video that I just shot. I want to big up every single one of you. You know, some I love you. And all my bass players from the EP.
Yes.
I just want to give thanks for you being there all the time. And just big up the whole IRI FM crew at this time. With respect to every time.
All right. D Major, Chris.
Yeah, well, you don't know. Big up the Almighty first and foremost, you know what I'm saying? And big up to all the listeners and streamers.
Yeah, man.
Right now,
They're watching you right now.
IRFM
Yes.
and IRFM.net. That's all. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You don't know the image you're representing. I would say salute every youth to represent the truth, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. And big up to IRFM too. Management and staff in the same way. And go on support the youth them. Go on support the youth them and create a platform for, you know what I'm saying? Blessed management.
Rich. Real
Yes, man. Salute. Up. One.
Legendary chief.
Yeah, I just want to say much respect to everyone who's in listening here of this interview. You understand? My entire household listening right now. All of my friends, them, you know, we play football Tuesday, Thursday. You don't know the whole A team, large and in charge. Big up to Robert Livingston, my general.
Big man thing.
Don't know the thing already.
That's
big up
my
to
brother
entire
right
team.
there.
Big up
Yes.
to all of my friends. Big up to all the wonderful ladies who've been supporting Christopher Martin throughout the years. You know, big up to everyone, all my supporters. Without you, this movement would not be possible. You understand? Big up yourself, Bones and Kashima. You don't know the thing already. Enough love to Ineffa, Jennifer.
Sure.
You understand? We appreciate your talent. You know, and if I can say anything to you, is push forward. You understand? Keep working diligently and creatively as you've been doing. You understand? Yeah, man. And for all the people who've believed in Christopher Martin over the years, you know, we'll just continue to give you the music you've grown to respect and love me for. Enough respect.
And
in
if
all
you
aspects.
decide to come out of the music business,
I won't come
be a
and
politician. You're good.
No, you
But,
see, politicking.
Politicking.
Enough respect, man.
On that note, a big thank you to the
Yeah,
entire
BNN,
crew
big
for
up
coming
yourself.
through. D
Thank
Major,
you for
Christopher
coming.
Martin, Annie for
Blessings.
Jennifer, thank
Enough
you.
respect.
And
Pleasure.
Thank you for
Thank
our
you.
producer Gavin Grant, and also big up to
No.
Superintendent
Hi, Pino. Legendary
Stephanie
chief.
Lindsay. Thank you so much for
Yeah,
joining
man.
us via phone lines earlier.
Nick.
Yeah.
man.
Sir Evans.
Bless
Big
her
up, Soap.
Francis.
Nicholas
Francis.
Mark Hudson, DJ Brian.
Everybody, thank you so much.
Yes.
You
Mucha
know the
Baruka is
Schweppes.
up next with the cutting edge. You know the Schweppes.
Schweppes up.
Schweppes!
We are.
Yes, Rasta!
Keep it Schweppes.
Don't know it.
Raise the bar, we rum bar. What we do? Raise the rum bar.
Pick up yourself and build up your life. Lift up your spirits and not just survive. From Marina, make up, don't